Hello, I am currently in Burlington, Vermont, and in a staying for a few days. Today's the last night. I've been in a little shack room, about the size, about 12 by 12 room, while the host's son was unexpectedly in town. Today was the second day since being here that someone came up to me and asked if I was from Davis, which is interesting because I'm in Burlington and people are recognizing me from the corner in Davis, and it's the third time in the last few weeks that so, outside of Davis, someone has asked, are you from Davis?" The person at the corner asking about compassion. It's interesting that it's reflective of the ripple effect of the phenomenon of asking people about compassion at the corner. I stand at the corner of Church and Cherry outside of a Ben and Jerry's, and so I smell sugar all day. Today was it's a Sunday and it's dry. It rained yesterday, so there are a lot of people out. It's a boardwalk with brick slash cobblestone cordoned off streets, so it's just foot traffic, and the cross streets have auto traffic and bike traffic. Very cozy, very crowded today. There was a lot of activity, someone playing a saxophone, and then I think there was a flash mob of kids who sang a song. And I stood there and asked about compassion for about 3 hours. Someone had come up to me and asked me if I had seen her phone, and I said no. And so she asked to borrow my phone, which I now have a cell phone, and she was able to call her phone, and someone answered it and they brought it right over, which was great. And I took that opportunity to ask her to write her concept of compassion, and it started about a 10-minute conversation, which was great. About she's a teacher, and I was telling her about the tour. Was able to hand out a couple postcards today, which is interesting, and also some of the bumper stickers, compassion's bumper stickers. And it's a flow. I'm finding that I'm anonymous once again, and back to simply asking people about compassion rather than being a street therapist or saying hello to everyone that passes by or having conversations with friends or and those sorts of things. I'm returning to square one in a good way, in which the intent is simply to ask people about compassion, and it's a more crowded arena at the moment, especially today being a weekend. I think tomorrow it's supposed to rain, then Tuesday I think I'll go out for a little while, and then Wednesday I'm heading to another town to do a talk. That's the latest. Running into people from Davis. The other day I was walking. Oh, today was a second occurrence. The other day I was going to a yoga class, and right before I entered the building, a young lady walking her dog and accompanied by a couple friends asked me, "Are you from Davis?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "You stand on the corner asking about compassion." I said, "Yes." And her parents live in Davis, and she lives out here, and she was hanging out with friends that go to school here. It's interesting phenomenon. What happens when you stand on a corner and ask about compassion? The reach that it has. Interesting. We'll see how that continues. And I've been here 3 days, and two folks have come up. I've been here 4 days, and a couple folks have come up. Um, grateful for that opportunity to continue to bring compassion into people's lives. Got about a dozen responses today. It's somewhat of a touristy town. I hear a lot of foreign languages, and so I'm wondering, especially being a weekend, how many people actually live. Who are those that live here versus those that are from out of town? And I'm guessing since it's a weekend, there's a fair amount of people that were from out of town. I'll see how the week goes. Received a warm welcome from Ron Redmond, who's part of the city planning team here, and we'll continue to see what happens on this journey. I'm grateful. Feel very on purpose as I'm doing the compassion tour, and I'm grateful for all the support, the continued support. With that, I will cue the music, which is actually, I want to mention, it's original music, guitar music by Steve Sweeney. I think I may start putting that in credits if there's ever time to do credits for other people. Collectively, at the moment, it's very garage bandish, just kind of putting things together as it goes. Steve Sweeney is his name. A great musician and friend of mine in Davis, California. With that, I will cue his guitar music and do another one of these after I do the visit to Karma Shaling, I believe is how you pronounce it, on Wednesday. And we'll see how that goes. It's a compassion talk discussion that I will be doing then. We'll see if I run into anyone from Davis there as well. It's interesting. Again, grateful, and I'll do another one of these. And write your comments or questions in the section below. Have a good evening.